buildings. That's what I based. It was a beautiful week.
Yeah.
I mean, the weather couldn't have been more perfect, really, for me walking around, looking at the outside of these buildings and everything. So mosquitoes were a little rough because it's kind of close to some water. But other than that, yeah.
I'm going to give, so bestinspectionsllc.com is your website. You said it's good for condo communities to do this. It's good for anybody.
Right.
So
Yes.
if your house is in that 25 to 30 year range and you have not had it inspected and you've lived there, this whole time, have David come out, have an inspector come out and go through so you can plan and you can budget. So now this isn't going to fail on you and you're not ready. Like have that game plan in mind. All right, my roof needs to be done. Even get some quotes from people. Like the best time, you say this all the time, the best time to be looking for a roof or siding or windows is when you don't need it.
Right.
When you need it, well, now you don't have time to do your research. You don't have time to get different quotes. You're just kind of panicking and like, I need to do it. So,
and other than roofing, I think probably most companies can probably respond to a roof replacement somewhat quickly.
Right.
When I say somewhat quickly,
2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, we're not talking months down the road kind of thing. But windows and siding, those projects take a little more planning, ordering materials. You're scheduled out further, that kind of thing. But shingles are pretty readily available. Most roofs probably get done in a day or two.
Yep.
Maybe a little longer if it's a bigger, more complicated roof. But the crews are working through those quicker. You get them. You get on a schedule, something like that. But
yeah,
you're right. Whether it's roof, siding, windows, furnaces, air conditioners, things like that, the best time exactly is when the things are working, not leaking, not shutting down. You want to be able to do some due diligence, do your research, decide who you're going to use, what products you're going to use, and really make it work for you when to have it done.
Exactly.
Man.
Good stuff. When we come back, we'll take your calls and texts at 855-616-1620, and we're going to talk through things you should look for when you're going to buy a new home.
Right.
Or a used new home.
New for you.
New for you home.
Yes.
It is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
This year, it just feels different.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Listen to WTMJ as the Brewers make their charge to the postseason. Brewers playoff coverage is presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin and featured by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
The Fix It Show live stream and podcast are brought to you by J&J Contractors. From roofing to windows, kitchen, bathrooms, and more, J&J Contractors proudly provide a full catalog of exceptional exterior and interior home improvement services all under one roof. Visit jjcontractorsllc.com or call 414-423-9200 for your free consultation today. J&J Contractors, welcome home.
You'll get a new heat pump system, a new furnace, and a full home duct cleaning all together as a package at about half price. Half price! That's how it all shakes out. Not a gimmick. And both the furnace and the heat pump system are high-quality units. This is Anthony Zanevsky. All you have to do is purchase a heat pump system from Quality, and you'll get a free furnace and a free duct cleaning. All totaled, the cost would be about $20,000. When you add in the new tax incentives that you'll get back at the end of the year, you're going to end up paying about half. That's about $10K for a high-quality furnace, heat pump system, and a full home duct cleaning. It's limited time. And last time we did this, the units went pretty fast. So if your home needs a new furnace upgrade and a heat pump system that can act as a brand new AC system as well as a furnace backup, take advantage while you can and cut your energy bills substantially. Call Quality and get them while they're hot.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run through the end of the 2025 season, with tee times starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package request early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
The ancient name God spoke to Moses at the burning bush, the name that means I am who I am, the name of the one who is a consuming fire, whose name scribes and sages were too frightened to speak aloud, that pronunciation has been lost. We lost God's name, but God found us, and He gave us the name that He's always wanted us to call Him by, Jesus.
Dr. Michael Ziegler, this week on The Lutheran Hour.
Sunday mornings at 6:30 on WTMJ.
WTMJ's Julia Fellow for Appliance Gallery on Wisconsin Avenue in Milwaukee, home to the state's most up-to-date luxury appliance showroom, featuring top brands like Sub-Zero, Wolf, Bosch, GE Cafe, and more. They work seamlessly with your designer or contractor. Customize with colors from Blue Star and True Residential. As a small family-owned business with one location, they handle everything from start to finish. Visit ApplianceGalleryWI.com or stop in today.
The Fix-It Show with Dayton, Kane, and David Nason on WTMJ.
It's Thank a Police Officer Day, so thank you, police officers.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you and what you do.
That
and
every chance I get, that and veterans. So, but anyways, any first responder. Yes.
Any first responder.
But
today is Thank
sure.
a Police Officer Day.
Excellent.
855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line. David Nason, Dayton Kane here with you on the Fix It Show. Let's go to Paul in Heartland. Good morning, Paul. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Good. What's your question?
In the floods of this past summer, I had water infiltration into my finished basement, and the carpet got a little soggy near the edge of the wall. The MDF trim is got stains on it. It's not covered by my insurance, and obviously I need to replace it. I don't know the correct answer if I need to replace the entire carpet or that carpet section, or if I can just replace the padding and wash it with like an antibacterial solution.
So, having worked in the fire and water restoration industry, which may be why you called if you knew that, but when we got a water loss, basement water loss, depending on where the water came from, would determine what we would do with the carpet. If it was any amount of sewage backup came up out of the floor drain, the carpet would be gone. It would be in the dumpster.
Okay.
Just because
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, just because you can't guarantee that you're going to get that carpet clean, that pad clean. So anything that can absorb that sewage, basically, we would cut out. So the base molding would go, the bottom little bit of drywall would go as well. Which I would probably recommend that if you had a little bit of water in your basement, it would be a good idea if you're still dealing with this a little bit, is to pull that base molding off, drill some holes in the drywall behind where that base molding is. If you got like a 3-inch base molding, the bottom plate 2x4 is only 1.5 inches. So in that other 1.5 inches there, drill some holes to let some air get in there. That way, when you put no new base molding back on or the old base molding back on, you're just covering the holes. You don't have to do all the drywall repair, but it allows that cavity to dry out a little bit. But you probably also if it's a tack down, you need to pull up the tack down strip. So it would if it's just water coming through your foundation walls, that you could probably clean up.
So you wouldn't have to.
It came in through a window well that flooded.
Oh yeah, so that's groundwater. So that you could probably just have the carpet cleaned.
Pull it up, make sure it's dry, get it cleaned.
But the pad itself might be shot. Roll the carpet back. Pull out the pad, clean everything up, make sure everything's dry, and then put the pad back, and then have the carpet shampooed.
Okay.
All right. Well, good luck with that. Sorry to hear you had water
Yeah.
in your basement. You and many others. That was quite the storm we had a month and a half ago now, is it?
Yeah. Well,
I still see piles of garbage out on
early
curbs
August. Maybe 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's crazy. This one says, do you have any recommendations for a company that does residential duct cleaning and sealing in Sheboygan County?
I don't think
Capital
goes that far north. However, Lifetime Home Services, I used to always refer to them as Lifetime Radon
They
Solutions.
put in my radon system last week.
Yes, so
2 weeks ago.
they have changed their business basically into Lifetime Home Services, and they do air duct cleaning and sealing as well.
So Capital, try them, see if they go that far.
Right, yep.
Lifetime.
Both companies, very good companies. I believe Lifetime has a bigger service area, a larger portion of the state, and they're right out in Brookfield.
Good question. Good question. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line. Next hour, Chris Mancuso from Accurate Basement Repairs coming in. This hour, no guests, so we'll take questions on anything you want to talk about. That's what we do here. We want to fix your house. It is a Fix It show on WTMJ.
Hey, freshly retired WTMJ morning show host Gene Miller here for my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. We've talked over the years about the hometown difference. What's that all about? Well, it's about their huge new Berlin showroom featuring name brands like Pella, Marvin, and more, all on display. It's almost like a private home show, giving you the opportunity to compare your options side by side. And when you work with Hometown, you also get a dedicated project consultant to guide you to the products that best fit your home, your style, and your budget, as well as Hometown's own employee carpenters to handle the job. Now's a great time to lock in your price and take advantage of the savings by investing in your home's equity today. Take the hassle out of your next window or door upgrade. Contact Hometown today. Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. 414-329-1200 or online at hometownwindows.com.
Half a century of marketing expertise joined with over 20 years of local market knowledge. Not to mention the savings you'll see after you get our best commission right up front, which, by the way, is only 1.9% on the listing side of your home. Join that together and you can be sure that you've chosen the right real estate experts who have the experience to market your home effectively and give you a commission that'll end up paying for things like new furniture. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. They saved over $50,000 after we sold their home at only 1.9%. You don't have to pay 6% to market and sell your home. Hundreds of Century 21 Benefit Realty clients will attest. You can get it all for only 1.9%. The more value your home has, the more important it is to find the best real estate commission and the marketing ability to get top dollar. And with Century 21 behind us, that's what we have. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Kristen Bry. If you're looking for a new dentist, you should check out my dentist, Dr. James Michaels at Economwalk Dental Care. Dr. Michaels is committed to providing you with the highest level of care possible. I can assure you that he will prioritize your needs no matter how sensitive, just like he did with mine. If you're due for a dental visit, Economwalk Dental Care has an $89 new patient special, so you can get the care that you need at an affordable price. In addition to my exam, Dr. Michaels' staff provided a gentle, professional cleaning that left my mouth feeling smooth and rejuvenated. Listen, we all have to go to the dentist, so do not put it off any longer. Check out Economwalk Dental Care at drmichaelsdentalcare.com or give them a call at 262-567-7224. Start 2025 on a good note by feeling confident about your smile and go see my dentist, Dr. James Michaels at Economwalk Dental Care.
WTMJ's The Fix-It Show with David Nason and Dayton Kane.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Cedarburg Wine and Harvest Festival going on today. Bayview Bash going on today. China Lights.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we went to that last Sunday.
Yeah.
That is amazing. If you haven't been there, down at the Burner Botanical Gardens, I was impressed. Just the putting that whole thing together, what it's got to take to assemble those and put them all together, it's pretty amazing.
I've never been. I hear it's amazing. So maybe this will be the year. We'll see. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. Let's go to Gene in South Milwaukee. Good morning. What's your question?
We have an entirely finished basement. It was done before we bought the house. It's drywall, and then the bottom 3 feet is paneling. And with the rain, everything got soaked. And so we picked up the carpeting, which was wall to wall, and then removed the paneling, only to find that there is insulation behind the paneling all the way down to the floor. And looking at the back of the insulation, it's moldy. So we've taken the insulation out. Now my question is, should that wall be insulated all the way down to the floor? Or is it better to leave the bottom 3 feet uninsulated so that any kind of water would be able to evaporate without saturating everything and hibernating or promoting more mold?
Right.
I'm fearful of repairing it the way it was because you can't see it until everything is impacted.
Right. So it is your first question, is it okay to insulate that wall? Yes, it is okay to insulate that wall. There should not be a vapor barrier. So when you pulled off your paneling, if there was plastic behind the paneling, that's wrong. And that was done.
There was plastic behind the paneling.
Yep, that is wrong. You do not want to put plastic back on that wall. Any basement foundation wall that's finished, you put studs up and then put drywall or paneling, we should not be putting a vapor barrier plastic on that wall. That's what trapped that moisture behind the paneling. You want to be able to put products up, believe it or not, and we're not talking bulk water. Bulk water is rain, the flooding that we had that comes in through your basement windows or through the foundation wall. Bulk water, that's a grading drainage that we talk about. You got to keep the water away from your foundation kind of thing. What I'm talking about is water vapor, is the humidity that you can't see it. It's the moisture that's in the air that comes through that foundation wall. That can actually migrate through drywall and through paneling and through wood. But if you put plastic up, that's going to trap. You're going to trap it in there. So you can insulate that wall. You can put your finishes back on. No vapor barrier. But also, just understand this rain that we had was unprecedented. So people got water in their basements who never had it before. But just in general, we need to improve grading gutters and downspouts. Tom's favorite saying, one of his favorite sayings, grading gutters and downspouts. Keep the water away from your house to try to keep those basement walls dry. But foundation walls always have at least a little bit of moisture in there because they are under, below ground. And so...
Right. So that's why I'm wondering, is it really necessary to insulate that bottom 3 feet? Because, that part of the basement isn't really as cold as the upper part that's exposed to the outside, is it?
So once you're below 4 feet, I think the temperature is 58 degrees. I think that's what it is. From going to Mammoth Cave down in Kentucky, we got 20 feet in, and the tour guide said, well, it's about 58 degrees here, and it's going to be 58 degrees the rest of the way down. It stays that temperature year round. So it is cooler once you're that far below grade. So you don't have to insulate it. Of course, you don't have to. It does make the room feel a little more comfortable. But the important thing is the vapor barrier. Don't put any plastic back up on that wall.
Well, I'm just concerned about the moisture because, had that not been there, then
the insulation.
The moisture wouldn't have.
The insulation allows air to move a little bit.
You're talking bat insulation.
Yeah, fiberglass bat insulation.
Yeah.
Yes. It was the plastic.
Right.
The plastic was the problem.
Yep.
So don't put the plastic back up.
So when you put the rolls in, doesn't it come with paper on one side?
Well, some does, but you want to get it without any plastic or paper on the insulation. You want an unfaced
fiberglass.
Unfaced fiberglass insulation. Yes.
Good questions. Good luck with your project, Gene. Thank you for listening. Have a great weekend. 855-616-1620. We do have Darla from Slinger on the phone, but we have to take a break. We'll come back and talk to her. We got some text to get to as well. It is the Fix It Show. Let's go over to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Elizabeth Linton. And good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Dayton. A 19-year-old accused of pointing a gun at the driver of a stolen van that struck and killed 3 people in a chase is now charged with 3 felonies. According to a criminal complaint, Trevon Lawson was allegedly pointing a gun at the driver of the van when it sped through a red light at 35th and Valete during a police chase on Milwaukee's west side. Lawson was arrested after a separate chase in August, then released on September 9th, just 1 week before the incident. The chase ended in the deaths of 3 pedestrians. If convicted of all charges in the Milwaukee crash, Lawson faces nearly 20 years in prison. A unique question will be asked of jurors in the pending criminal trial of Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan. Dugan is set to go to trial in December on federal criminal charges that accused her of obstructing immigration agents trying to arrest an undocumented Mexican immigrant outside her courtroom earlier this year. Prospective jurors will be asked about their news sources and past political activities. If convicted of the charges levied against her, Dugan could be sentenced up to 6 years in prison. A 13-year-old student is under arrest after bringing a fake firearm into Butler Middle School in Waukesha Friday. Waukesha police say they arrested the student after another student spotted the fake weapon in a backpack and reported it to a teacher. It turned out to be a toy gun which shoots gel beads. The student faces charges of possession of a dangerous weapon other than a firearm on school grounds. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic, we are seeing a crash that's on Moreland Road heading eastbound on I-94. Other than that, we are also seeing delays heading northbound on I-41 up by Butler and Timmerman West. Other than that, no major incidents.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Milwaukee Mattress, where top quality mattresses are priced hundreds less than premium national mattress brands. Found exclusively at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, scattered showers and storms, partly sunny, high of 73 at the lake, 78 inland. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy, storms, low of 63 degrees. Tomorrow, scattered showers and storms, partly sunny, high of 75. Monday, scattered showers and storms, mostly cloudy, high of 75. Tuesday, chance of showers, high of 73. Wednesday, sunny and cloudy, high of 68 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 63. In Waukesha, it's 65. And in Milwaukee, it is 68 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Linton in Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 7:32.
The Matrix bedroom from Penny Mustard is not associated with any major motion picture of the same name.
I think Hollywood was inspired by the Matrix bedroom.
Why do you say that?
The sleek design with angled lines and inset drawers?
Well, it is Penny Mustard's most contemporary bedroom.
You could almost say it's neo-contemporary.
I see what you did there.
The Matrix bedroom with queen panel bed, 10-drawer dresser, landscape mirror, and 3-drawer nightstand starting at $82.47 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Politics, work, daily stressors. Let's take a break from all that and get centered. Christ-centered. I'm Pastor Tim Butker. Join me each week for Christian Crusaders, a broadcast that highlights the gospel, the good news of Jesus, and our belief in the authoritative Word of God. Christ-centered, gospel-oriented, Bible-based Christian Crusaders. Please join us Sundays at 6 a.m. on WTMJ. We'd love to have you worship with us.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project during their fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
I'm Matt Dorner, CEO of Milwaukee Downtown Bid 21. Our business leaders value downtown Milwaukee.
We practice law locally, regionally, nationally, and even globally, but downtown Milwaukee will always be our home. I'm Susan Lovern, CEO of Umbreson and Roper. We've enjoyed watching downtown grow for decades, and we're thrilled to be part of its bright future.
Get down to business at MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
More of your questions next. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Thank you for joining us. Packers-Browns tomorrow at noon in Cleveland. Dayton, Kane, and David Nason with you talking about fixing your house. That's what the Fix It Show is all about, and we've got some good questions going on this morning.
Absolutely.
Darla in Slinger, thank you for holding on. What's your question?
Hi, yes, my sister, she lives out of town, so I'm calling for her. She has a GFI in her bathroom, and every day it goes off at 6:30. She has no timers in her house set, and she literally has sat there at 6:30 and it goes off. So she changed it. She thought, okay, something's got to be wrong with this GFI. So it's still doing it. So then she started paying attention to her neighbors, and she noticed every morning at 6:30, the neighbors' second story, tons of lights go on, and they stay on all day long. And she doesn't know if they're like growing plants up there or what's going on. But every day at 6:30, this lights come on, and it looks like daylight upstairs. And she doesn't know what's going on, why it would go off, if there's a surge to her house or something, because then once she resets it, it stays fine the whole rest of the day.
So is this a single-family home?
Yes.
So the neighbors
are next door. They're in a different house.
So everybody's got their own electric service.
Right.
So I can't imagine that the neighbor, what they are doing would affect this. So before we came back on the air and we're reading what your question was, is that so GFCIs, many times in many homes there are multiple outlets that are on that same circuit. And you're talking about
she has nothing else she turns on. She's literally sitting in the bathroom watching it, and it goes off at 6:30.
Does she have a coffee maker in the kitchen that goes on?
Nope, nothing.
No? Okay.
Nothing on timers.
Nothing.
Interesting.
Okay.
Nothing on the timer. She even unplugs her computer every night. She's one of those people that doesn't like phantom electricity.
Sure. And nothing outside? Nothing plugged in outside?
Nope.
Or in the garage?
Nope.
Okay. Because
she's the only person in the house, so she knows, she would know if, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is many times, most houses, although some houses today they're doing it different, but there are multiple outlets on the same circuit protected by that GFCI. I have found a house where there's a bathroom GFCI and the outlet's in the garage, the outlet's on the front porch, the outlet's on the rear of the house, and then the other bathrooms are all on that one circuit. There's like 8 outlets on this one GFCI. And if you
nothing's on there.
Well, the only thing you would need to have an electrician come out and be able to test that circuit and see what's happening.
Yeah, they did.
What's that?
Yeah, they came out. They're the ones that put in the new one because she's not, they put in a new one. And she told them what was going on. And they're like, they have no clue why it's going off every day at 6:30.
Ghosts?
Then maybe they need to call We Energies. They need,
she called the electric company up there, and they said, it's your problem. It can't be from a neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Basically, you have your own service coming to the house. You've got your breakers.
Unfortunately, I can't give you any other. I'm not an electrician myself. I've kind of gone through some things here in my head and what we're talking, and I don't know.
If the electrician in the house couldn't figure it out. Yeah. Interesting.
Call a different electrician.
Yeah, I would call get a second opinion in there, I guess. Because
Best Electric in West Dallas, they cover the metro area here, and I would suggest calling Bruce or Nate over at Best Electric. They've been doing it forever. That's about all I can suggest because I don't have an idea, unfortunately.
All right. Thanks, Darla. I wish we could have helped you better, but that is just, like you said, a mystery.
Yeah.
It's a mystery going on over there. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line.
You know what I would maybe suggest doing? I should have suggested. So you have to have GFCI protection in your bathroom.
Yeah.
You don't have to have an outlet there that's GFCI protected. You can put a breaker in the electrical panel that protects that circuit and then just put a regular outlet. So I don't know if there's something going on in the wiring going to that bathroom that maybe you actually add a GFCI breaker in the panel to protect the circuit. So that's a possibility.
Gotcha.
We didn't get to that I didn't think of that on.
So we have another text here.
Yeah.
It says, what should I expect with a roof replacement estimate? I got one from Google Photos, thumbs down. Estimate number 2, did my roof 24 years ago. 90% had the job, told him to come anytime after 9. He shows up at 8:30, threw something between my doors, and then I got home and could tell he didn't even look at the roof.
Yeah.
Third guy comes, looks in the attic, walks the entire roof. What should somebody expect when a roofing company comes out to their house?
So
says the guy who does this on a daily basis.
Right. I mean, as you know, they say Google Photos, and there's something called Eagle View and Hover. These are products that are using satellite imagery, satellite technology. There is a place for that, obviously. You know, some roofs are not safe to walk on. And so it is amazing how accurate these satellites are at giving you the square footage and linear footage of flashing, all this stuff. You can get all the quantities that you need to price the materials for a roof.
So I did for your house, for you.
Yes.
I didn't even come out to your house.
No.
But I could get you the proposal, right? If we do move forward eventually, we'll be looking at the roof, though, and making sure.
I have about as simple of a roof as you can get. It's one slope up and one slope down. You know, it's a.
So it is possible to do.
Right. But it's also a very good idea, if you're having your roof replaced, to have that contractor come out. And if they don't walk the roof, at least put a ladder up against the gutter in a couple areas and look at some things. Look at if you do have some places where walls and roofs come together. Roofs, a general flat area of a roof doesn't leak. Almost never leaks.
Never.
I shouldn't say never, but almost never. Your roof leaks where there's holes in it, right?
Or
where there's vents, where there's exhaust vents, where pipe flashing,
chimneys are the worst.
Where roofs and walls come together and gutter, kick-out flashing. That's where your roof problems generally are. And so I think you need to have somebody at least look at those things. But then the last thing, look in the attic.
That's the other thing.
Absolutely. To get an idea, okay, I'm not seeing any condensation, no staining in here. Ventilation's probably working. So in my opinion, if the ventilation looks like it's working, don't change it. I see a lot of attics where you can see where the fixed vents were patched and they put a ridge vent in.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't put any soffit venting in, now we got a ventilation problem. Also, you shouldn't have different kinds of ventilation on the same roof. You should have a ridge vent and only a ridge vent, or you should have fixed vents and only a fixed vent, a power vent and only a power vent. You shouldn't mix them up. So, no, you're not too old school expecting somebody to come and look in your attic and walk your roof. I like walking roofs.
I don't.
Well, to an extent.
Yeah.
As I'm getting a little older, I'm making the decision to not walk a few roofs that I would have maybe years ago. But
so I do this. I work for Siding Unlimited, as most people that listen to the show probably know. I do roof estimates. I do the Eagle View. You pull that and you see
it's a valuable tool.
The square you need, the valleys, all it's a very good at getting you the quantities.
Yeah.
But it, like you said, it doesn't show you what's actually happening with the roof. It just shows you the numbers.
It's a tool that you use.
Going in the attic is something I do pretty regularly just to check. I don't walk every roof. I don't go on second-story roofs. I just can't.
It's a safety issue.
It's a safety issue. I don't go on 12-pitch roofs that are really steep. You can't. It's a safety issue. The guys that put roofs on have to have harnesses and ropes to do that. So there are certain times you don't walk the roof, but you have to look at it.
Yeah.
You have to see what condition the shingles are in, and then you go forward.
The other thing that probably the access sometimes factors into it.
Right.
I mean, my house, you'll be able to pull right up to it, and everything's right there. You might have a house that's got this windy driveway and everything, and then there's trees all over. Okay, where are you going to stage materials? Right. Where are you going to put a dumpster? All this stuff. Is the truck that delivers the shingles, is he going to be able to get in your driveway, or are you going to say, no, you can't drive that big truck on my driveway and ruin my driveway?
There's lots of things to think about.
So, it's stuff like that.
Good question. We're going to take a break. 855-616-1620. We keep saying it. We do have a cool tool to get to, and we do have a list to get to, but you guys are asking such good questions. You're keeping us busy. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
You're great at protecting your data, but lots of places could still expose you to identity theft. If that happens, LifeLock gives you the U.S.-based restoration agent who will stick by your side from start to finish. Phone calls, filing documentation, preparing insurance claims. Your agent handles it all. In fact, they're so confident restoration is guaranteed or your money back. It's nice to have an expert like that on your side. Save up to 40% off your first year with promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. That's LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town with the ultra-durable LG X Boom portable speaker and enjoy vibrant sound wherever you go. Elevate your listening experience to new heights because, let's be real, your music deserves it. The future of sound is now with LG X Boom. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom. X Boom.
Hi, WTMJ's Sandy Max here to tell you about incredible career opportunities with my friends at Three Pillars Senior Living Communities in Dousman. Three Pillars is ranked best in continuing care, assisted and independent living, and it's a certified great place to work. They're hiring caregivers within their assisted living and memory care communities. Full and part-time day or evening shifts starting at $20 per hour, and you could get more based on experience and shifts. The best part, you'll make a difference in the lives of others every day. Go to threepillars.org and click on the Careers tab to learn more.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to the host of Hoops Tonight, Jim Tipp. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Ruger Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
This is Tom Feza. When I need information about siding, I call Scott Klein, owner of J&B Construction, provider of high-quality exterior home improvement products and services since 1958.
I'm Scott Klein. If you're tired of painting or your siding is beyond repair, it may be time to look at the advantages of a new siding system. Additional insulation, along with Tyvek's weatherization system, can significantly improve your home's energy efficiency while protecting it from water and air infiltration. We offer a variety of siding products, all installed by J&B's certified employees, which will provide decades of performance and beauty.
For a complimentary siding evaluation, call Scott at 262-437-0537 or visit jnbconstruction.com.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
Need advice? Call 855-616-1620. Our expert home inspector is here to help. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
What are we playing today, Isaac?
Yikes.
Getting funky on us. Isaac in the producer studio. He'll take your calls if you want to call in at 855-616-1620. Let's do it. Let's go through the list. We've been teasing for the last segment.
So I listened to some podcasts from a company, an inspection company out in Minnesota. Good company. Top 5 things to look for when you're looking at buying a home. So if you're going to the showing, okay, hey, we like this home, it's for sale, we're going to go look at this.
Yes.
And they're fairly obvious. So you walk up to the house, you got to take it all in. You're like, oh, I love the neighborhood. And I'm like, look at the roof. Look fairly closely at the roof. Are you seeing a sag in the roof anywhere? Are you seeing shingles that are any missing? Hopefully, maybe bring a binoculars, bring your phone, zoom in with your phone. Anything lifting, curling, something like that.
Check the chimney.
That's number 2.
Oh, that's
chimney
not part of the roof. That's the second thing. Yeah,
chimney
look at the
problems,
chimney.
especially masonry chimneys.
Yeah.
Is a stone or brick all stained near the top? That's an indication that the cap or the crown is not performing the way it should. Water should drip off a chimney, not run down the face of a chimney.
Remember when we took my chimney down? We had that big piece of machinery,
right.
and we couldn't get it to work. So I just hit it with a hammer, and
it literally disintegrated.
Could just take it apart by hand. It was bad.
So chimney problems can be, if it's sided, look for if you're standing on the side and you got wood trim and everything, wood trim siding. If it's looking wrinkly, the paint's looking wrinkly. Not always, but there's a good chance that wood is actually starting to rot. And then what you're seeing is the paint is wrinkling. If you could touch it, and if it's up higher, you may not. But if you can touch it, you might even be able to put your finger through it. So wood trim on the corners of chimney chases can be a bad thing.
Okay, so roof and chimney, and then we're going to take a break and come back for the final three of this list because we ran long on that last segment, but we're going to cut it short here. We'll be right back with more of that list. Chris Mancuso from Accurate Basement Repair coming in next hour. It is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
The Brewers are ready for fall. As for the Cardinals, well, they fell off a long time ago.
0-2 pitch is a ground ball to third. Ranging to his left is Durbin. Field spins and throws to first in time to get Pajes.
The Brewers take on the Cardinals at Busch Stadium. Our coverage starts tonight at 5 with Brewers warm-up. We are your home for the Milwaukee Brewers. WTMJ.
Chris Mancuso, owner of Accurate Basement Repair, is on the show coming up next hour. Reminding listeners if you're dealing with leaks, stains, or cracks in your basement, it's time to call Accurate Basement Repair. You'll get a free expert evaluation on me. You just tell them David Nason, the Fix-It guy, told me to call. Thanks, Chris. Call 414-744-6900 or visit AccurateBasementRepair.com. They're not just good, they're accurate.
You're not just a job number as a Sidex customer. They've been family-owned since 1988, and they treat you as part of their family. Upgrade and transform your current bathroom space with Sidex Windows Siding and Bath. They have seasoned design consultants with 10 to 30 years of experience. The owner, Joe, is honoring his dad's legacy with top-tier products and expert craftsmanship. It's Sidex, the best in the business. Get a free shower door upgrade when you mention WTMJ. Visit SidexRemodel.com.
You'll get a new heat pump system, a new furnace, and a full home duct cleaning all together as a package at about half price. Half price! That's how it all shakes out. Not a gimmick. And both the furnace and the heat pump system are high-quality units. This is Anthony Zanevsky. All you have to do is purchase a heat pump system from Quality, and you'll get a free furnace and a free duct cleaning. All totaled, the cost would be about $20,000. When you add in the new tax incentives that you'll get back at the end of the year, you're going to end up paying about half. That's about $10K for a high-quality furnace, heat pump system, and a full home duct cleaning. It's limited time. And last time we did this, the units went pretty fast. So if your home needs a new furnace upgrade and a heat pump system that can act as a brand new AC system as well as a furnace backup, take advantage while you can and cut your energy bills substantially. Call Quality and get them while they're hot.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Catch the final battle of the regular season. The Brewers host the Reds Friday, September 26th through Sunday, September 28th. Get in on Fan Appreciation Night and a tumbler giveaway on Saturday the 27th. Close out the regular season with the crew. Get your tickets at Brewers.com.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves. Are you talking about the One collection? Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart. The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment. The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's. To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. David Nason and Dayton Kane. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Sponsored each week by Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction. You can find the Fix It Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. So we're going through a list of things to look at when you're going to buy a home.
Right.
Don't just look at the fancy kitchen and go, oh, this is so cool.
These granite countertops.
Don't just look at the big yard and go, this is what we need for the dogs. There's some practical things we need to be looking at. We already talked about the roof.
Yeah.
We talked about the chimney.
Which makes it difficult if you're buying a house in the winter. Just understand if there's snow.
I bought my house in the winter.
Yeah.
Snow melted away, and I went, crud.
It's one of those limitations.
Need a new roof.
Even if you're getting a home inspection, it's a limitation. If there's snow on the roof, I can't see it.
Yeah.
So that was 1 and 2, roof, chimney. 3, if the house has a deck, take a close look at the deck, railings, and we're going to call out safety hazards on an inspection. Are the spindles wider? If there's a gap between the spindles of more than 4 inches, that's considered a safety hazard today. An infant can fit through there and fall. So even no matter when it was built, we don't grandfather.
Are the railings secure?
Are they secure? And things, open risers on steps, those are also considered a safety. That's not allowed anymore. You can't have open risers on steps.
Because you can trip on it?
Your foot can slip through there and break a leg kind of thing.
What about underneath?
How it's attached to the house. That's huge. Decks are hanging, the joists are hanging on a ledger board. That's what it's called, attached to the house. That ledger board, you should be able to see a piece of flashing on top of that ledger board to prevent water from getting behind it. But as important is there should be some kind of screw or bolt type of attachment, something that's threaded. Nails have shear strength. They're hard and seal. They shear. They don't shear. They don't have any gripping strength. They can't hold that to the house.
They can pull right out of the house.
It's got to be bolted or these special construction screws. Something
they should be pretty evident. They're pretty big.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So that's important too. Look for rot damage, that kind of thing as well on a deck. 4th would be basement water problems. We'll be talking about that next month.
Yeah,
next hour.
Next hour. Let's hang on to that.
Notorious locations. If there's a concrete stoop out front, those areas kind of look for some staining or something on the walls. Corners, that's a downspout issue generally. If the staining's up high in the middle of the wall, that's a grading drainage issue on the wall and everything. Again, we'll talk about the cracks and other things. But lastly, and this might be a little harder to old appliances, and I'm not necessarily talking about your stove or microwave. We're talking furnaces, air conditioners, water heaters. And if you can't find out the age of a furnace, but it looks like it's from 1980, brown, something like that, it's probably from 1980. But you can look at serial numbers if they're visible. Sometimes right on the label, it'll actually say manufactured, or if you see the letters MFD and then 4 numbers after it, MFD 0882. It was August of 1982. That's the manufactured date. So,
and that's important. I mean, all these things, a roof, you're talking 15, 20, depending on how big the house is, thousands of dollars. The furnace, $5,000 to $8,000, depending
each piece.
Yeah, I mean, these are things you really need to know going into the. It may not stop you from buying the house. You just need to know what you're dealing with.
As far as maybe how you make your offer, what are you expecting. But because if you have an old furnace and old air conditioner, that's $10,000 to $12,000 right there.
Yeah.
Or maybe more, depending on what you pick and options and things. Water heaters, 10 to 12 years old kind of thing. Electric ones usually last a little bit longer, but just understand what you're getting into.
I put in an electric heater a year ago, 2 years ago. I'm hoping it lasts the rest of my life.
Your wife? Wow.
Probably won't, but I'm hoping. It'd be nice.
I think I've seen one from like the late 70s.
Yeah.
So it's close to 50 years old. 40 some years old.
Maybe it could.
They don't make them like they used to.
Maybe.
That's that old
maybe.
thing. Right.
Don't crush my hope, David Nason. All right, that does it for hour number 1. Coming in next, Chris Mancuso from Accurate Basement Repair, and we check into the WTMJ Breaking News Center as well. Thanks for listening.
This has been the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
It's like you don't want to even do anything anymore. You lay in bed in the morning, putting off the pain. You put off your workouts. You put off your walks. And yard work, that's just not even an option anymore. As we speak, pain is taking away more and more from your life. And unless you take action, it's going to get worse. And that's no way to live.